Hi friends, and welcome to another chaos vlog. So before this one starts, I just kind of wanted to give a quick little message. It is a little, I didn't know how to address this, also because as you know, the chaos vlogs are non-chronological, so I might pop in a footage from last year. I will try to be very clear with when these things happened, just also because it's like a visual diary for me as well. It's like a video diary, so I also like to know when these things happen, so I will always try to kind of pop somewhere like this was in August of this year or whatever. I'm recording this on July 10th of 2025. On April 22nd, my Lucy passed away. I will get more into it, and part of the I would like to share that experience going through that in the chaos vlog. Somehow I would like to share that experience with you guys, and for those of you who are not, nothing graphic gets shown, and it was a very quick easy crossing of the rainbow bridge. She wasn't visibly that sick or anything, but I will still give you guys a little trigger warning when those parts come up. I'm not going to include it in this chaos vlog because this was already almost finished. This vlog took me months to edit just because there's footage of Lucy here and there, and every time I literally sat down trying to edit this vlog 7 or 8 times. Each time I broke down crying, or I just didn't feel like it, or I really needed a nap. My body's way of just shutting down and avoiding a topic that's triggering for me, which in this case is my baby Lucy. And the videos are so sweet and she's just so touchy. And so it took me a while to be able to finish this vlog, and I just wanted to put a little video there saying, you know, you are gonna see footage of Lucy. Obviously, I'm not gonna erase her from my life. I have so much footage of her, and I want to include them in the future, this one and future chaos vlogs. And if I do bring up, which I plan to, the whole experience of losing Lucy, and I will let you guys know. But that's not going to be this one. This vlog is going to be what it was going to be, and yeah, but you will still see videos of my Lucy, but she's no longer with us. And yeah, I just wanted to make this little video, little intro, and also say thank you for watching my chaos vlogs. I'm so excited for these. I have so many things to share with you guys through them, and I just, yeah, it's like a little glimpse into my life, you know. It's a little glimpse into what I do, the stuff that I do outside of Mav soon. And yeah, I will get more into that in other future chaos vlogs for you guys. But yeah, Lucy is no longer with us, and I hope that she lives on in our memories through all these cute little videos of her being absolutely adorable. Oh, I have a little fly flying around. I have the window open so bugs are coming in. But yeah, oh, speaking of that, Lucy used to love that. Like, I would leave the balcony door open, and you know, flies would come in and she would just catch them and have the best of time. Cute. It's kind of nice seeing them around, thinking about her. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the chaos vlogs, and yeah, see you around. As always, my vlogs begin with cat footage because they're always around. And at the time, we were also watching this British show called In-Betweeners, which was hilarious. And I spent a lot of time at home. This is just kind of me nowadays, sitting around, editing on the iPad.
Precautions taken to make it safe. Scientology has a no-tolerance policy on anyone who criticizes or attacks their practices.
That day, I was watching a video on YouTube about the Church of Scientology. I unfortunately know way too much about that, being a millennial and having grown up always being told how dangerous and weird they are. And a couple of years ago, when I was collaborating with this Los Angeles event promoter in like the vampire scene, he was just wanting to show off how well connected he is. So he took me to the Celebrity Center, Scientology Celebrity Center in Los Angeles. I had a great burger, but the entire time it was just so freaky. The people are so fake nice to you. Like, I know that type of people. I stay away from them. It was just, the whole experience was so creepy, to be honest. I'm very good at pretending like I'm okay, and in the back of my head just being like, what the hell did I get myself into? To his credit, the guy did tell me, don't give them your name. Like, even I wouldn't give them my name. Like, he was saying so much shit about them, and actually talking shit about them. Like, he really did not like these people, but for some reason they kept inviting him and like kissing his ass and wanting to basically bring as many people as they can, because that's what they do. Anyway, look how cute the back of my little office is. I have a bunch of little Polaroids from good memories. Oh, also I was having these massive bubble teas during the summer. Huge. I loved it, but I stopped.
72 hours later.
The next part of this vlog is going to be about me getting invited to Vancouver Fashion Week and kind of what a disaster it was. Keep in mind, the part of this video, the next part where I start talking, I recorded it right after I got home. So obviously I'm being polite and I'm being nice. But honestly, these last couple of months, I learned so much about Vancouver Fashion Week that just kind of gave me the ick and made me kind of side-eye them. If you want, I'm not going to get into it, I'm not going to waste my time. But if you want, you can just Google the controversies they have. And honestly, I'm not surprised. The entire thing for me getting invited, it felt so off. Like, why would they invite us to just stand for hours and hours in a corner really far away from the stage? I had to like hella zoom in to get any kind of footage or even see what the fuck was going on. I hated it. Yeah, sorry, this vlog is a little bit negative, but it's honest, you guys. Hello friends, so I just got home and I ended up leaving the fashion show quite early, and I'll let you guys know why. I was invited by Vancouver Fashion Week to go and attend. How I ended up there was actually kind of funny. I never check my junk mail, and I noticed recently, you can see Boy Boy in the back, so I decided to check my junk mail more often because more and more I notice actual email ends up going into my junk mail, like emails that I should be getting. Like, I don't know why it's going to my junk mail. I never put spam on these emails, and like most of these emails, I've never received an email from them before to put them in the junk mail to begin with. So it was kind of shocking for me, and it was like a week old at that point, I believe. So I replied right away, and it was an email from Vancouver Fashion Week saying that they're inviting me to attend as someone to watch the fashion show, which was super cool because I know of them. And immediately I was like, of course, I RSVP'd, and so I replied to it right away, and they sent me 2 tickets for Vancouver Fashion Week Day 3 and Day 6. Super grateful for that. That was so nice, like getting invited to these events. I never thought I would be able to do that, and I think that's the cool thing about doing things online and, you know, sharing what you do on the internet. Sometimes you get to go to cool events and meet really cool people and go to interesting places. Like, that's the cool part about it. I don't really get to do it that often, so when I do get the opportunity, I usually always say yes, like if I'm familiar with it or if it's something that you know, I feel comfortable with, like I feel like it's something within the realm of what I love and what I do, I always go. So yeah, it's really cool. Most of the time I get invited to go and see horror movies because I think I got on the radar of people who connect like influencers and online people with horror movies, and so they kind of use us to promote their movies coming out. So because of that, I've seen a lot of horror movies, and I think I've mentioned before, like, horror is not my favorite genre. It's actually thrillers and mysteries and fantasy, but I love it. I go because it's fun. Like, you get to go to these really cool events, and you know, it becomes content that I can share, and if it's something that I enjoy, I share it with my social media people, and you know, if it's something within your interest, you can go and see it too. So, you know, but yeah, so they sent me the 2 tickets. It was for Day 3 and Day 6. Today was Day 3. I was so excited for it all month, like immediately when I knew I was going, which was I think about 2 weeks before, if I'm not mistaken. So excited. I was like thinking what to wear, and this is what I ended up wearing. This is like an outfit that I wore for my birthday like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. Super cute. It's Killstar harness, and the bag was also Killstar. The bag was this, also Killstar. And the shoes were like an old Steve Madden heel booties. I love them. I've had those for like 3 years, so I just wore those. And yeah, it was interesting. So we waited in line, and then we got in, and I just kind of like followed everybody around. In the beginning, at the front door, they asked for my ID, but the guy just kind of like looked at it and didn't really read or see anything. He just went and then gave it back to me. I was like, okay, put it back in my pocket, went in, and we waited in line. They were saying if you have a VIP ticket, you go from this line. I didn't, so I just waited, and I waited with everybody else basically, and I just kind of followed everyone in. When I showed them my ticket, they weren't quite sure. Like, they were like, who are you with? Like, are you here with one of the schools? And I'm like, no, I got an invite from Vancouver Fashion Week. And there was some confusion in the front, which was a little bit like awkward, I have to say, just a little bit awkward, because the guy had to call another person and I just kind of had to wait there as everyone was going in. And then finally the girl came, and then she asked again. She's like, oh, what, like, in a way, like, where, how did you get your ticket? And I was like, oh, I got an invite from Vancouver Fashion Week. And she's like, okay, you can just go in. I was like, okay, because I noticed some people were getting like tickets, and like some of them were getting wristbands. So I was like, okay, cool. I went to the bathroom, took my jacket off because it was like really hot, and I was just, at that point I was so nervous. Went back in. I was just like following people in, and I just kind of followed most of the crowd, and they were all like going and finding seats. And I just asked one of the people who had the Vancouver Fashion Week pin. I was like, do you just sit anywhere? And she's like, do you have a wristband? I'm like, no. She's like, oh yeah, then you guys have to stand upstairs. And I'm like, okay, no worries. I go upstairs, and there are these like chairs stacked on top of each other at the back of the hall. It's just kind of like a hallway. You do get a pretty decent view of the runway, not the best, but you can kind of see. But then I noticed there's like, people are taking chairs from the wall. There's stacks of chairs there. So I noticed people were taking chairs and sitting. So I took a chair as well. I sat down and I was like reading my book. You would have to kind of get up and see. So after like maybe 10 minutes, someone came and they took the chairs away, and they're like, oh no, you can't use the chairs. I'm like, okay. So I ended up just kind of standing up there was, at that point, basically we waited, so the show started. We saw a couple of designers first. Their stuff was amazing. It was super cool. I actually ended up recording a lot of video from it to share, because it's really incredible to see these creative minds from Vancouver. And yeah, it makes me proud living here when I see people that are super creative in this city. And yeah, it was really amazing. I was really honored to be invited, but I was also really tired. So as soon as, I guess, the first part of the show ended, and they were like, okay, so we will be back in 20 minutes. I ended up just going, because at that point it had been like over an hour that I was just standing up in one spot, and I was really tired. So yeah, so I ended up leaving really early. I took myself out, got myself a little drinky, a little autumn drink, and I ended up going to the Vancouver Public Library, and I haven't had a library card for probably like 15 years or more. So I went back and I got a new library card, and super excited. And I was checking where Sal is, because she was at the gym at the time, and I saw she's nearby. So I was like, can you come pick me up from the library? And we just like went home, and I was telling her all about the fashion show. But yeah, what else? I'm gonna go remove this makeup, get changed, because I've been wearing this for a couple hours. It's getting a little bit uncomfortable now, because I'm just like, I'm not sitting nicely right now, so it's pressing badly. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.
And just like that, it was another working day at the hospital. I do love what I do, genuinely. I love that it's so different from what I do with Mahafsoon. It gives me a good break, like a brain break from the arts. I think I need that. I think I would be a little bit overwhelmed if I was doing healthcare full-time or art full-time. I like being able to jump in and out. Also because when I'm doing Mahafsoon stuff, I don't communicate with pretty much anybody. I'm just in my own home, or I'm recording things by myself. It's just very solitary, so it's kind of nice to go into an environment and just like talk to people. And, you know, obviously, unfortunately, poke them and get their blood. But, you know, you do get to interact and have meaningful conversations. Pretty much every shift that I have at least one really good connection with a person. They talk about what they do, or their family, or what brought them to the hospital, or what they're recovering from. And they just kind of vent, and I take that in. Like, I really appreciate it. Anyway, yeah, I do love what I do. I do have to say it gets really, really, really stressful at times, but I am so grateful.
So it is Halloween and this is what I'm spending my day doing. I've been recording and I have a very humble little setup here. Yeah, it's really good. This is literally what I wanted to do when I said I was gonna upgrade my computer. This is what I was gonna do, and finally, like, I'm in the mindset and I finally have a couple of days off and I feel motivated and I have things that I can work on. You know, I'm not being like panicky about projects that I have to finish. I can just focus on like new things. I prefer to stand up. I just feel like there's more control, but the problem with standing up is I'm not very good at staying in one spot, so I have to always like remind myself how far I need to be from the mic, and like, so sitting down kind of keeps me in one spot a little bit, and I try to kind of sit as, you know, straight up as I can, and but I do prefer standing up singing. I just feel like you're more open and you have more like room to breathe, but I really don't think it should make any difference because, you know, I'm not sitting in a weird position. I'm sitting pretty straight up, and maybe I can get something from my back to just kind of push me forward a little bit so I'm not in any way like kind of crouching down or anything. If you have any tips on how to record sitting down and still making it sound good, let me know. What else? I literally just set up. Okay, so I'm working on a song called Persephone. I did the vocals for it before when I was using GarageBand, and you know, I've had the program Studio One for years because I got it as a gift for Sal because she uses it for her guitar stuff, and I could use it too, but my computer couldn't handle it. And so when I upgraded my computer and I got the one I have now, it can handle it, but it took me forever to really, it's a very intimidating looking program. For every little problem that I have to YouTube it and figure out like how to fix the issue. So yeah, but it's such an intimidating program, but it's incredible. Like, you can do so much more with it. I can layer my vocals seamlessly. Like, this is something that I had to spend so much time doing on GarageBand. GarageBand is great, but Studio One is like, I'm speechless. Like, I've been so motivated since I, you know, just kind of stepped past my fear and was no longer, I was still intimidated by it, but my need for getting creative with a better program was bigger than my my intimidation of the program, if that makes any sense. So when that was more than how intimidated and scared I was of Studio One, I worked with it, and now like I've been working on 2 songs for months, and one of them is called For the Prey. You guys have heard little snippets of it. As soon as I touched this program, I thought to myself, I have to redo the vocals. I can mix it way better with this program. I have so many more controls here. So I redid the vocals. I am working on mixing it again, like finishing the process again. Not really mixing it, but what I call mixing it, but it's basically just cleaning it up, fixing the volume. Most of the mixing that I do is literally just playing with volume, and that's already been such an amazing change. Like, volume is so important. I've learned from YouTubers that I've been following who teach you how to kind of record good sounding music at home. Yeah, it's a little intimidating, but the program has been so like eye-opening, and so I recorded the vocals again for the Prey, and I have another song called Persephone. I don't know if I ever dropped the name anywhere publicly, but Patreon has known about this for a long time. I think they even heard like a longer snippet of Persephone, but I just spend a little bit of time setting it up, and another day I do the vocals. So I'm not spending time doing vocals and setting it up at the same time. And then I spend like another couple days just working with the mixing process and working with the volumes and trying to figure out what sounds good. So it's all like, everything takes a couple of days because I also don't want to rush myself. I don't want to like hate it, you know, I want to really enjoy it. And I've loved the process so far. So it hasn't stressed me out because I'm doing it at my own pace. And yeah, so Persephone and For the Prey is gonna come out first because I finished recording all the vocals earlier today. It took me like 3 days to do all the vocals. I did it on just separate days because I just wasn't feeling like it, and I was so busy that I could only do a little bit at a time. And now I'm just gonna work on a video for the Prey. I'm probably gonna do something like visual, like a visual video. It's what I can do easily and it's what I do best, so I'll stick to that. I don't have to really go out and hire anyone. And yeah, Sal and my mom are gonna help me record. I now have a stabilizer for my DSLR. I have no excuse not to make good videos with my DSLR, like the best quality videos I can possibly get. It's a bit intimidating though, but you know, I did promise myself and to you guys that once I upgrade everything, I will like up the game, I will do better, I will do more, and because it's easier now, you know, it's a lot easier to take care of all of the different projects. Like before, my computer could not handle a quarter of what I'm doing right now, so I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna show you what my setup looks like from this other end. It's pretty messy, but pretty functional. I'll clean it up before I show it to you guys so it doesn't look that bad. It's a little bit messy right now, but so it's a little bit of a mess here. I've got my hot tea, I've got my water, got the mic here, and I'm hiding my audio interface right under all of this stuff. Yeah, and it's all connected to this wonderful little thing here. This is the setup here. I am gonna still work on like maybe somehow creating like a little space that I can stand up and sing and monitor it at the same time. But you know what? I'm happy with what I have right now. This is already way too much, so I'm just gonna be grateful and just work with this. Yes. The more I think about it, like, oh, there's always something you can do better, but I'm just trying not to overthink it. Just, you know, work with what you have. I've been like that my entire life, so. But yeah, this is the humble home studio right here.
This was back in November 2024, and this was supposed to be like an event popping up all over Vancouver called Lumiere, and they were basically like LED displays, and Sal and I, as always, found it a perfect excuse to go and have a walk in downtown Vancouver. We love having downtown Vancouver walks. It's really fun, especially when there's something going on.
Like, oh my god, what is she talking about? We're here, there's nothing going on right now, but there's like lights everywhere. Let me show you.
Yeah, so not a lot was going on. I don't know, maybe we went on its last couple days that it was active for, or maybe because it was kind of rainy that day, not a lot of people were there. But Vancouver is kind of like that. Every day there's something going on, so you just kind of have to walk around and basically see for yourself what's going on. But this one seemed a bit of a little dead. I don't know why. It seemed pretty cool, but a little dead. But anyway, it looks great. Walking at night downtown, it can be really pretty. I was spending a lot of time on the Stairmaster reading during this time. I need to get back to that. I miss it. And this was the prettiest sunset I saw, so I wanted to share it with you guys.
Look at the little dragon! Oh my goodness, nice wings. Such nice wings you have. It was for Boy Boy, but she didn't like it.
I think maybe the arm part is in the wrong hole, but you know, she's tolerating it.
Yeah, she's fine with it.
Oh my goodness, she's smelling her own wings. It was so good. That's so cute. I'm so glad you got it.
You got a Halloween costume, you know?
In November. End of November.
It's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
She doesn't mind it.
No. See, boy, you could have had wings. I don't think she wants to talk to us either, though.
So pretty. Wow! It's a little dragon. You got a little dragon. Look at that.
Little wings.
Hi, Boyo.
Wow.
This was definitely one of the clips that made it really, really difficult to edit this video and finish this video. Clips like this too, just being able to see her as if she was, I can like smell the top of her head watching this video. I can almost reach out and feel her little face. I loved her that much. And I think, you know, the pain doesn't truly go away, it just changes. And I just see it as a sign that I loved her so much and that she was like a soul pet to me. And it just shows how special she was. So yeah, I'm happy to share these clips with you guys so that, you know, she lives on through these little memories of her being a little menace. She had such a big personality. Look at that. Just biting me. So cute. I really miss her.
See. I don't have food.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
What is this pose?
Thank you for watching Chaos Vlog number 5 and hanging out with me, and thanks to my wonderful patrons for keeping this channel going and supporting me over on Patreon. Check out my Patreon if you'd like to support me and get some exclusive contents. Thanks again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!